There's plenty to see, there's plenty to do in Miss Caroline's cupboard.
Hello my little math magicians and welcome to your maths lesson. So today's focus are line graphs. Let's have a look at the screen in front of you. This is a line graph. Line graphs are amazing because what they allow you to do is to see that data in a line form, which means we can see trends that might happen, so the shape of the line, and we might be able to make predictions about what might happen next. So let's have a look at some of the features of our line graph. Let's take a look together. What do we have here? We have a title at the top, just underlining that in green. So it's temperature this week in the UK. What else? We have labels of our axes. So we have those lines, there are axes. We've got Y and X. So our X-axis label is days of the week. We've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They're all the days of the week. And then our Y-axis, that's our vertical axis. The label is temperature. And it's in Celsius. We have to say what it's in. Centimeters, meters, Celsius, whatever it is, we have to say what units. And you can see all of the measurements up the side there, from 0 up to 28. Okay, so those are our axes. We've got X along the bottom, Y up the side, and we have labels there as well to let you know what they are. What else do we see on here? We have got points plotted on our graph, haven't we? We've got little points. I'm just circling them now. So these are our data that's been plotted. And between each point, we have a line that's been drawn. So you can see between Sunday and Monday point, there's a line. Between Monday, Tuesday, there's a line. And by adding these lines, it allows us to see that trend, to see a shape appearing, and that can help us to make predictions. Okay, but it also allows us to really easily see what has happened with the data, when it was at the highest, when it was at the lowest, when it has those mountains, those peaks, and those troughs. Okay, perfect. So now we've seen what's on our line graph. We can use that line graph to try and interpret that data and answer questions on that data. So for example, if I asked you, how hot was it on Monday? What would you do? How would you find that out? How hot was it on Monday? So let's go along to Monday. Do you see Monday along the bottom? Yep. And then follow it up with your finger right until you reach the point. You see the point, the orange dot? There it is. And then you're going to carefully move across. You could use a ruler to help you. And there it is, 28 degrees. So it was 28 degrees on Monday. Good. Let's try another question. What's the difference in temperature between Tuesday and Wednesday? So first of all, let's find Tuesday's temperature. It was, go across, 26 degrees. And then let's look at Wednesday's temperature up to the point and across. It was 22 degrees. So 26 and 22, what's the difference? Let's count up from 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 4 degrees difference. So there's 4 degrees difference in temperature. That was easy. How about, for how many days was it above 22 degrees? So look for 22 and then see how many points are above that. So Friday's above that, Saturday's above that, Tuesday, Monday and Sunday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days it was above 22 degrees. And that's how we use a graph, okay, to help us answer questions. We have to think carefully about what the question is asking us, find the right information on the axis, follow it up very carefully and make sure that our numbers are correct. Sometimes the answer might fall between two numbers and we have to think very carefully about what that number might be. Okay, girls, so have a little look at this graph, make sure that you've understood exactly what and how I have used this graph to answer questions. Okay, we've got our title there, we've got our labels on our axes, and you can see how I've gone along, up, found my point, and then read along very carefully to find out what number my answer is. I might also have to use some subtraction, some addition. I might also have to use some prediction. What might the next point be if it follows the same pattern? Well, let's have a look. It's been going up in 1, 2, 3, 4s. So from Thursday to Friday it went up by 4. From Friday to Saturday it went up by 4. What would Sunday be? Maybe it goes up by 4. Okay, so let's have a look at the work you have to do. Here it's Deep Space Line on Education City. You have to interpret a line graph. So let's look at the first question together. Astronaut Sten measured the distance that he travelled in a space buggy from base camp over a 24-hour period. He displayed his results on the line graph. What was the furthest distance that Sten travelled from the base camp? So you can see on the graph here at the bottom, you've got time. Okay, so from 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And at the side, we've got distance in kilometres. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Each one of those little tiny lines, can you see the tiny lines? Each one of those is 1. You have to make sure you find out what those lines are. So these ones, if you count in 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 little lines in each big square. Okay, so he wants to know the furthest distance that he travelled. So we have to look at the highest peak. Can you find the highest peak? Can you find the highest peak? And then look along and see what the kilometres were. It's a nice easy number. Put that number in the box and move on to the next question. All right, girls, so if you have any issues, please ask us or rewatch the video. The Education City will save your marks, so you don't need to tell us your marks, but please do ask us if you have any questions and we'll feed back to you on Dojo. Okay, girls, good luck in what you have to do. See you again. Bye.